And also see what build Emo goes for. Almost every single day we've had a store through it. There's been something different that they brought to the table.
3 bounty rolls for IG.
Oh no. Oh no, you're not that mean.
Don't talk about the curse. Don't talk about the curse narrative. It's not happening today.
It's not even a curse. No fact. It's not even a curse anymore.
Yeah,
it's just like factually how things are done.
Yeah. Why do you think that is? Just is, I guess.
Dota just feels really snowbally right now.
First mine of the game missed. That snowballs into Lich having more HP later on, which means they will kill Techies before he kills them. It's all snowballing. From second 0, everything matters. Butterfly effect in Dota, full effect.
Sometimes the game is won before minute 0. Pre-game, you've already got yourself the W. Dota's an intriguing game that way. So, where's the macroing going to be taking place? Which lane is going to be the most impact? You said top and high potential.
Yeah.
Is that where we could be costing most of our gaze?
Well, if we are too lazy to move across the map, we can stick on top. I'm not sure who our observer is. Who is it, by the way? It's Patrick.
It's Patrick, yeah.
I'm sure PTP. He's not like that guy of Epis. He moves the map a bit more. I will watch. I'm just kidding. I love them both. But yeah, top lane, like I said before, I can't imagine Slark having a good time. He's the moment they hit level 3, I think they have a ton of kill potential on both Lich and Slark. We'll see how it goes. Mid lane, Void Spirit kind of not doing all too great at the moment.
You know, actually handling it right now. If there's any person I do not want to take on in a Spirit matchup, it's probably going to be Emo. He's doing a really good job. Getting out, and not just getting the CS, but doing the right thing of just constantly bullying Paparazzi.
Yeah.
Like, he's already eaten through this Resonance Shield, already in an awkward position. Fortunately, there's no support here to steal Water Runes, but I'm happy about the game.
I feel like Void should still do fine. And if you get level 6 with 4 soul, Kaka is weak down.
Bye-bye, Kaka. He's alright. Dark's got first blood. On his they got 3 bounty runes.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. 3 bounty runes. I mean, look, I'm telling you, like this bottom lane set up for success, top lane set up for success. They're really having a good time in the laning stage. The question is, will the same team remain afterwards? And I think for to have a good game, they need to secure paparazzi. They're watching right now. Needs to get perhaps level 6 before Storm and maybe a gank or 2. But who do you gank with? Even that is difficult.
Yeah, the supports you come with don't have stuns. Like, you're gonna have a very blink dagger Lich with the gaze.
Chen, imagine that. First item, Lich. Easiest way to get reported.
Rush back on Lich.
No, it's not bad, right? Like having sinister gaze.
Yeah.
But,
If you got like some kick headband, blink dagger, doesn't sound so terrible.
by the way, it's Scriffy boy. Doing the ops. It's Scriff.
Oh no, we were lied to.
It's Scriff.
We were lied to.
Yeah, I mean, Peter observes much better. I could see it from the actually. He's writing to me right now.
Shout out Scriff.
Just as much. We failed twice, but third time is the charm.
Game, we might have a quick kill onto the Techies. The sinister gaze of the game will be utilized. PYW. Instead, we'll actually walk away. They leave Emo in the meat grinder instead, but he turns around. 3 euro blast off. We'll get the kill onto the Void Spirit, but he does still end up dead. Gifting Kak double kill on his Phoenix. Well, that was fun to see. Great blast off. It looked really cool. But ultimately, Emo was a bit too squishy to survive that fray.
Yeah, like the problem now is, remember I said I feel like Void Spirit used to be ahead of Storm. Void Spirit is now half level behind. So, yeah, that truly doesn't feel great because Storm will hit level 6 earlier. Gank will connect with Techies or something. There's a chance that Void Spirit finds a gank in like a minute or two. So keep an eye out on that at 6 top lane.
So we have some danger onto PYW. Ends up dead. They bring him down. And the tips. Ooh, okay, that must be nice. What was happening? I mean, to draw these tips from him.
Is DY and PYW tipping each other, you know?
That's true.
That's their contract. If you kill each other, you need to tip each other. If you're not playing in the same team, of course.
Well, if we put it on the same team and we deny each other, then we absolutely tip each other. Because that would be super cool.
Yeah.
So those how's this game playing on this producer? Actually doesn't have that much net worth, equivalent to the slot right now. Closing in on that Phylactery, which is all he really wants out of this laning phase. He's playing a lot of Phylactery hero because he played Visage a couple times the other day. Now he's playing this Deucer. Just getting used to having to buy the soap item.
I think Phylactery is amazing, especially for Medusa and Visage, so I'm really not surprised.
Look to your own.
I'm really not surprised he's buying it. I think you get this Phylactery and suddenly the Slarky boy will have a difficult time letting into you. And there we go, level 6. Lich was there though. Good read by Xtreme Gaming.
Good read by Xtreme to show up right on time. It comes from the storm.
Under attack.
Also good stuff to make sure that we're directed to the right area.
As always, like Swift is, you know, an unsung hero of Dota. Always in the right position at the right time.
Radiant's
Make
courier
sure
has been killed.
that we don't miss any of the action. Or most of
The
it.
casters are players, you know, our observers, our supports, being the right, marching forward in all the right places.
Oh, damn.
There's a lot of a degree of danger here. But most of the danger middle as well as Emo was very awkwardly placed. He tried to zip in onto Paparazzi. Doesn't have enough mana to sit there. Both heroes coming so close to death.
Yeah.
But being able to stay alive some miracle.
Yeah, Swift right now, please die so better that I missed kill on ball, please. So basically what happened is something you don't really expect, and I don't think for it. I was super surprised as well. Ursa just ran on top of Doom and Phoenix.
Speaking
Killed
of
both
running,
them.
top lane, they run to the Medusa
Nice
and they were trying to
gaze.
kill her off. The gaze was there onto PYW to block off the blast off. Interestingly enough, I actually think blast off would have been great to hit it in the stun would have been awesome. But then maybe not, if even 1 second of the Sinister Gaze, that minus mana, maybe to get the kill. But at least they exert themselves a little bit in the top lane.
Bruh, I just understood why everyone is picking Legion to Medusa. I'm crazy. Let's get
We
away.
talked about it yesterday.
Did we?
Yeah. Or maybe not for long, but
You know, sometimes
minus
I talk
20%
about
mana.
things and I forget them like a
Dire's
minute
middle
after. I'm
tower
sorry.
is under
Goes through
attack.
one ear, exits on the other. Double damage. Picked up. Paparazzi. He needs to run.
Should be okay. Does have Astral Step in a couple seconds. Alright, so Lich Master, since this realization has just re-dawned on you, share with the audience. Tell us your teachings.
Teachings.
Why you just learned that Lich is very good producer.
That's tome 3 of my Lich support teachings. You go Sinister Gaze, maybe? There we go. Look, he lost some mana. So my teachings are Sinister Gaze is not a good disable only. It also takes mana away from people. So it's good versus Medusa and Storm.
Are fortified.
There. For someone that played Lich like 90% of his games, I should know that. But I don't know. Sometimes I just forget most of the things in Dota.
Radiant
There's just so much
structures are
stuff.
fortified.
It's a hard game. Very difficult to be abreast of everything within the landscape of Lich 2.
Maybe it's
And I
a
think honestly, especially because you play Lich that much, it makes it harder to remember every single thing because you're just used to the feeling of the hero.
maybe it's a hard game. Maybe I just have a bad memory. Maybe a bit of both, you know. Who knows? Level 6 on Kaka. We can expect something happening with this egg. He can have the Ursa, but probably not the best idea because of the overpower.
This is not so healthy, so I could see a rotation coming in
Run,
from Paparazzi.
Medusa, run.
But Medusa, She needs some help. DY gonna come in. Doesn't get off the Sinister Gaze because the Storm Gaze comes first, but Kaka very happy to commit the supernova for this one. There's the Sinister Gaze. Get the range on that spell. They will be able to get the Medusa shield down. No. She does have 41 charges, so she's still alive. Here comes Emo, looking for the turnaround directly onto Ghost. QIQX is the first to die, and what more of this fight as Paparazzi also makes a presence known, taking out this Medusa. They follow up with PYW. Ghost gets himself Emo looking for revenge, trying to kill Ghost. Ghost will survive by the skin of his teeth, and Emo runs mana and out of options. So 3-4 nothing. Stream Gamers came so low that they just did not go over the edge and lose any heroes.
Yeah, and the region rune as well for Paparazzi. He's gonna maybe even go on top lane after this. Like, look at the boy taking the region. Actually gonna just snatch their
regeneration.
Perfect. Gotta feel good. Those rotations, I thought that Phoenix Egg was maybe even an overkill because they were killing Medusa, at least not initially anyway. But she only died because Emo showed up. They continued fighting. I feel like if you just bail there, you're fine. Timo shows up, which triggers Paparazzi showing up, which triggers a whole mess, and you lose 3. But I can't because these kind of fights you want to take on a Medusa lineup. Like, you want to be fighting in this because you're insanely tanky, deceptively tanky. At a Snake level 2 maximum.
Sadly, in the aftermath of that fight, not only do they end up losing multiple heroes, they have to remember which hero was involved in that fracas. Blue was Chin and fucking bottom. Whilst the Slog got some additional stacks on the permanent energy. So that actually made him stronger, getting closer towards his diffuse blade. And there's something I remember you mentioned the other day about how the best time to buy an item is not just when it's good for a hero, but when it counts as what the enemy team is doing. Yep. And Diffusal the Slog, amazing against at least 3 heroes of the enemy team, and phenomenal on Slog in general.
Yeah.
Good.
And the smoke is phenomenal as well. They're smoking down mid lane. Looks like Paparazzi and DUO. Do they have it? They have it again. I always say DUI, like driving under
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under
Dota
attack.
under the influence.
Yeah, Dota under the influence, exactly.
Well, the smoke did not connect at all, sadly. And the heroes that were positioned as potential targets have now turned into hunters themselves. Smoked up to the top lane, but they will not find Ghost. His team let him know that, hey bro, we don't see anybody middle now. You should probably be careful. And they will not end up dead.
So kind of mirror movements happening at the moment, right?
Is under attack.
She is the one that smokes up instead.
Hold on. They
Radiant's
actually
bottom
popped the first
tower
global
is
to the game. Let's get out of this. They don't have to yet, Lizard. He's gonna get off the countdown. He's still alive, tempting the TPR. And Earthshock just does not do justice.
Both carries, both carries reading it really well. Like, obviously, bottom Marci has to take away a little bit earlier. Slark is, in general, harder to kill. He sticks around a bit longer, still survives, and baits the global. So nicely done. Nicely done by both Ghost and Dust.
Seeing more and more of the... It does slow up this weekend, man. It's going to ask what they've been eating, what happened in the training gym.
Radiant's middle
Mans
tower
has been
is under
on
attack.
it. He's the guy that's leading those carry struggle sections in China right now.
As your nickname had, it has to end on SD if you're carry player, right? We have Ghost, we have Dust. Don't tell me anyone else. We have Amest.
Taoist?
Taoist.
Endingist? Monist?
Honest. Sure. Makes sense. If something doesn't fit your narrative, just make it fit, you know, cram it there.
Smoke up. We'll be having a big move happening. 3 heroes from Xtreme Gaming. Paparazzi leading the charge right now. Has an arcane rune to his name. There's no global for 25 seconds. QX is positioned to pop the smoke. It's very hard to get to where this is. And it's like they're not gonna
But-
even try really.
Tensions.
Dire's middle
Tasty.
tower is under
Can they
attack.
they can't even take these, right?
Radiant's
That's
bottom
what
tower is under
tasty.
attack.
They can't, but they went towards it like thinking, can we not? Looks nice, but probably not gonna happen. Meanwhile, Clockwerk planted a very defensive observer ward on that triangle, just making sure they have vision over the ancients. And the game did slow down a little bit. I think that benefits
Yeah.
Xtreme
Dire's
Gaming.
bottom
They
tower
came out
is
the
under
laning
attack.
stage much better than I expected. They even sort of wanted after that 3-kill on top lane. Doom with Midas farming up, almost a pipe completed. Slark as well, farming up. Play damn well. Echo Saber and Diffusal completed.
There's so many heroes that scale it feels on the side of XG. Although there are some really scary late game heroes. They will get from the smoke. They popped a global silence for this. DY will happily give up his life if it draws out such a big ultimate. He
Dire's
does have
middle
fire that
tower
if he
is under
really wants to come back for a
Dire's
fight, actually might
structures
trigger
are
it.
fortified.
They have heroes stacked up in the area. And they have the diffusal blade newly picked ghosts. They might think about making a jump here.
Maybe they can fight. Let's see. They have Yules as well on Kaka. They can go Nemo here.
Yules not used yet. Oh no. They didn't go in the same combo. They didn't get the Yules into the remnant, but they might get Yules into pounds. No, it does not happen. Emo gonna be staying very much alive. Massive arcane curse from QX will zone back the entirety. Extreme Gaming lineup. They just run directly at Onion, who's positioned too close to the tier 1 tower.
Radiant's middle
Dude,
tower
easily
is under
kills
attack.
off. No protection available there.
We can even go further. Let's see. Paparazzi has these. Can he catch me right up?
Take the remnant is up. Oh! Blast all comes first. UIW is gone. And you will be allowed to stay alive.
Usually I will
Radiant's
say that
middle tower is
we
under
would see them
attack.
fighting that.
Radiant's
Paparazzi
middle
had
tower
this
has
rune
fallen.
and an arcane rune on top of that before. So yeah, you're gonna probably take that fight. There's no global, absolutely nothing stopping you. Medusa, she had a force. So maybe we thought, okay, if I play things out, if I maybe get some Stone Gaze before the Doom, I can survive. Still think it's not too terrible for IG considering Doom was used.
Unfortunately, they lose the tower as well. That's less space, I guess.
I guess too, I don't know. Towers being that usually means less space on them. But this mid lane tower, yeah, I think it's still very important. You can't move from bot to top very easily through it. But you don't even, you only use the twin gates, so it's kind of important. I just never find myself going like that. You know, usually in the old patch, you might actually find.
It's
In the
okay.
old patch, usually you have to do it. This patch, there we go, Kaka, Ghost, everyone right here. Just as Ursa goes into the pit.
Okay, they're gonna jump on the silencer first and foremost, killing them off. QX, giving away some more stacks to the flock.
But they can't run. This team does not rush easily.
Does forever.
Maybe they
They
can
don't
fight.
even have anything to remove mana right now, to remove armor. But once PIW, he will blast off into the river, but both can chase him. Very nice force coming in from Shangya to save his compatriot.
Dire are scanning.
Techies will live there, and this will open up tier 1 tower on the top lane for the side of Xtreme Gaming if they do want to play around there.
I'm surprised, like, it's forcing this top lane area that much, considering they have a Battle Fury and a Blink on Ursa. They can fight. I don't feel they're extremely strong at the moment. I don't think that Medusa has what she needs. I don't think that Storm has what he needs. But you also don't wanna. You also don't want to give away that first run, as you do have an Ursa and a Storm, so I can get that.
So what do you need? What do they need? I'm just waiting for BKB on the start to the finish first.
Yeah.
Most entirely.
Exactly, I think that's what they probably need, but they spoke up once again. They might catch some strays on top lane because Slark and Phoenix have left.
This could actually be really good for IG here. get a quick kill and then get the uninterrupted.
Damn,
Dude, what a player! He is not under any influence right now. He is on it. Kaka managing to get off the supernova. Doom applies to the Versa, but he does manage to destroy it for beautiful stone hits from Shangdong. End of the fight. Running up these heroes, his corrals fall inside. But here comes Ghost. He doesn't clean up house right now, taking out the Techies. But the rest of his team falling around him. Dazzle the double kill already. They swap him, trying to stop the bounce away. He will not manage to do so, but they still have the catcher and they still have the kill. A triple for Dust on his a massive team fight win for IG and a reward of Roshan that they're gonna claim once they go to Lycan game.
Damn, like I felt that would be so good for XG because they break the smoke with Lich and they just move away, but instead Kaka returns. He gets instantly jumped up, so he's forced to and yeah, you doomed Versa, but I think he even used it in Rage before he doomed him, right? Would be. Yeah, like even in Rage, so that doom lasts 5 seconds instantly after the continuous fighting. Ghost used his newfound shard to save the wild a little bit, but they just didn't have the firepower to do anything. Already the doom and the egg wasted. The majority of your team fighting is gone. You cannot fight. Unfortunate, very unfortunate for XG, but on the bright side, they didn't lose Rosh. Right.
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't go into the Roshan afterwards. Like with this Ultra, if he had maxed out Druid, I thought they would have had time to do it.
Yeah, me too. Maybe because it was switching conditions, going from bottom. They decided not to, not sure. But one good thing for IG is they never truly had to worry about Rosh that much. This XG's lineup is terrible at taking it. Just terrible. In like a DD or Void Spirit or something, they tried. Or a full team fight that they win.
Void infusion.
Whichever comes first, of course, they'd be happy with. Safe Void Spirit does have an arcane rune. We'd love to be able to utilize that somewhere onto someone. Extreme Gaming, that last fight that they experienced, is gonna be great, but you know, they were still doing okay beforehand. They didn't lose any additional structures or objectives on the map. They'll still get Tormentor, they'll still get their Wisdom Rune. And I think it would have been the only worst part about a Slock dying. The Slock die, that would have been my game. Whatever.
Yeah, I think there are some bad things about it. Specifically Medusa getting an Aghanim's completed for that. She's got it through the creep wave on it. There we go, point booster flying in.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, suddenly you cannot kill her. Sinister Gaze will not work. Luckily for them, they have a lot of abilities that kind of target the hero, but you don't have to point and click, so it's not going to trigger the Mystic Snake. Actually, that's a shard. Never mind.
No, that's
yeah, I literally played her last night. I played her 6 hours ago, and
I think I have to increase the confidence interval in your memory being bad, bro.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna get the shard. He has it screwed up. You don't get the shard without getting Aghanims. That's the point. I mean, you first buy Aghs and then you get the shard, and then it feels really damn good.
Tower is under attack.
I feel IG to pick up this Aegis as well for themselves for the game.
You can't really. You could contest this, arguably, if you were all in position, but you aren't on XG, so Ursa take it really damn fast.
Nice.
It looks like they'll give it to him as well. Never mind.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Maybe as you're about to click on it, Emo's like, bro, if you click on that thing, you're kicked from the team. Okay.
It looked that way because Dust actually gave himself an inventory slot. But actually, they still want to fight. They're smoking up, even without the Slark in there. Not sure if the smoke will work.
His way over. It's starting to run that right now, but I also don't know about this. We'll go on the Medusa. Find the Remnant will be there. Get a 4-star pretty back, and the Sinister won't be good enough either. And here comes the jumping directly onto the lift. And bro, Bloodstorm from the Techies. Oh my goodness. Kaka though does supernova close to the stone tower, forcing the rest of IG to get back. Stone Gate now popped on the Medusa as the two hands elapsed. They're going back in on Paparazzi. Emo really wants the voice spirit, runs out of even though they run out of damage. Kaka might be as lucky. Comes down from the dual scepter though, that gives him the Icarus dive away. Somehow, all these spells being popped, all this action happening, only a lonely Lich dies at the very end here.
I can't believe it's just a Lich that died in the end, but yeah, like all these spells used. The top of big ulti is 3.5k damage, not bad. There's nothing wrong here. Keep buff it up a little bit, Ice Frog. I think he needs some buffs. What one item literally saved the game for IG here to fight with this, and that's Gossamer Escape. Gossamer Escape, whatever, Gossamer Cape, Medusa. This shit versus Dome is way too good. Like he jumps in with the Infernal Blade, boom. Medusa just, the Infernal Blade misses, so she can turn, she can force that before the Dome even comes. It's probably the best item that you can have against him in that neutral slot. Feels good, man.
Yep. Any other circumstance, if he doesn't get off that 4-star, the fight is closer to the tier 1 XG. Really kill Medusa, move on to the fight. Man, I love Dota. Everything just stacks up upon each other to create a symphony of chaos. Beautiful to see. And this game though, we might have another one. They're coming in. Xtreme Gaming, looking for QIQX. At the same time though, does jump in onto DY. End up dead though. And two for good measure, but he got off the enrage first. Emo into the middle of the fight. Wants DY. He's falling so low while he's here. Will give up the agent. The team from back and they now jump out to pass. But yet again, Ego's going with the blast off. It bought some time. That's not gonna be enough. They end up losing the Ursa. Emo jumping now on Paparazzi with the help of Shangyu. They almost killed his World Spirit, but he gets away by the skin of his teeth. Now Emo himself has to get away by the skin of his teeth. They've abandoned Shangyu, however, as he's left behind to deal with Xtreme Gaming. It's a force up, another truck one onto the high ground away from the Supernova. Dodges the Aether Remnants. This Snake Lady might not have any legs, but he's dancing around Xtreme Gaming right now. So she is the question. Goes, gets shoot down again. What is Shangyu on right now? Eventually, though, they work around him, instigate him, and they kill him off. Goes with another permanent agi stack. Xtreme Gaming, incredible team fight victory.
Yeah, talking about these small little things, a lot of mistakes happening in that fight for both sides. First, jumping the Ursa, just about to use Doom Kaka, you lose him. So Ursa happened just to get off both the BKB and Enrage before the Doom. Still though dies, so it didn't really change a lot. But one big thing is and Storm, like your two cores were fighting to kill off Lich, and they didn't finish him off. This survives. I think that was pretty big because it gave them a little bit extra disable later on. He had Pavs and Frost him, and they thought they had him, but just lives a little too long. I really thought IG this next game. They had Aegis, Emo dies for Kid Y. Only Lich killing off observer wards on the high ground just to survive. But we can't see him. He interrogates the middle side afterwards.
What a play, DY. Really showed off a little bit
Radiant's
here.
top tower is under attack.
Again, we did see the Infernal's 4-star from Medusa. Lots of positioning of the but for Xtreme Gaming, that's the kind of fight they should back on and say, hey, we won the game right here and here. And if they do Blizzard, they'll be the first team to overcome the curse. It hasn't happened in this
Dire's
region.
middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower
Retweeting your
is under
tweet
attack.
being tagged. Thank you, Snare. Very nice.
While you're on the socials, Xtreme Gaming are actually walking around together, holding some hands, looking for a kill. They do not cross anything, however, so they just have to keep farming. They are getting some really big items, like we're about to have the Abaddon stepped up with a slog, and then after that you can start rolling into a harpoon, and that's where this game starts to feel really scary, especially for these silence and these Techies on the backlines. And speaking of, we're gonna fight bottom. Techies does get killed off here by Paparazzi with the DD rune. Okay, can't steal our wisdom runes, buddy. Those are for our support only. Only DY can get these.
I think it's for Phoenix even. Who's gonna stand that smite performance is okay. Smile. They
do not get defended onto Medusa. Those have the pounce in 3 seconds. They get the inhibit out with the diffuser blade. They should have the kill onto Medusa. The snake he goes down. Shanya giving it away a lot. And Agi was locked permanent. So they're starting to feel a little bit scared.
Yeah, he's getting a lot. So keep in mind that he went for a little bit of a different build than you see in normal games. Storm, next target.
He's gonna die, but they do not find the power in time.
I really don't see the world in which he dies there. It's not possible at all. They have the pounds to work with, and that's it. Maybe some mules, but no real disable. Got Lycans even on the storm, so very unlikely. Yeah, Slark didn't to go for the Agonist first. He even got the Shard before the Ag. He even got the BKB before it. Just making sure that he's able to stand and actually make these game engagements. Usually Slarks, what do? They just jump in and out of fights, right? It wasn't Ghost. He was... If he goes in, he stays in the fights.
That's true. He's been playing Ray on Slot. 20 minutes earlier than expected, but he's already in the playstyle had down. Probably gonna have a big fight around the next push under. 30 seconds until he potentially can return. IW. Just gonna go drop a mine to scout this, but I think they saw him. Both sides know each other, has scouted this all around. And we see IG. How many times have we seen disastrous fights happen right on this twin gate? So adopting this positioning can be very beneficial for them. They don't want to wait here, Liz. They're going for a fight right now. And Druid's not here just yet. Can they get the jump is the question.
Remnant sits. Also the Lich's shard is killed off. The Ice Fire. You know, so something they will miss, but they smoke up. They want to go. It's kind of hard to go onto this high ground. Especially versus Techies, right? Like he just loves looking around the twin gate.
You saw this yesterday though. This big wraparound coming in from Xtreme. We've seen this from them so many times, and they will find QIQX and them off. He doesn't find them, however, but it's not too late for the Medusa. She's already been doomed up. They really want to find this kill. Global silence will now be applied. They have all their efforts focused on killing the snake lady, and they will succeed in doing so. Will I be able to avenge her? And they buy back. But now there's no global. Medusa will return. But their team fight prowess is not nearly as strong. They could have been in BKB and Enrage in that fight.
Okay. It's like they're missing some things, right? But so are Xtreme Gaming. ULW, the whole blamer himself.
Okay, now as an extra pop, but he's not going to be able to do it if he does. So at the same time, the blast off set up into some more damage from Eagle and Ghost. Might enable him to take the rest of the fight. Just thinking about bring people in, showing you about the game, so back Xtreme Gaming. Even though there's no escape, gets killed by the Infernal Blade. No fight, QIQX also gets caught into by the rest of the now there's no Medusa doing it run away. Only will shot so
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Opened up not just for Rogan, but to do how they up on the map. Xtreme Gaming to look unstoppable.
Really nicely done by them. Like this dude is a huge different maker. JT finding the right target, find that center, booming that doors are forcing the buyback. And they're all kind of because what's the problem with Veggie's lineup? They have good idea to destroy the lanes, taking Medusa, right? Medusa Techies, destroy the Star, first safely destroy the Doom, but their things didn't go that well. Because of that, you're lacking utility. Lacking all these small little things that Doom brings to the table. Small things, under quote marks. He dooms the target, eliminates it from the fight, brings you high, he starts the fight. Those can't do most of these things. So a little first at all.
So, yet again we see Doom getting a Doom out. I think if they win this game, I know you're a candidate for MVP, but won't be able to actually get the kill. Does draw some reinforcements outside of the map though.
Arms for the
Comes to the
dead.
Doom, but has a Marine core. Doesn't really care way too much. We'll probably have it next fight.
Paparazzi is also getting quite an influx of
Radiant's
items.
middle tower
What happens
is
after
under
the
attack.
finishes the spell of the Daedalus? Is it Daedalus or Silverbridge, I wonder?
I feel like both are good. We'll see. I feel like
The thing is, right now they're not struggling for damage, right?
yeah. Like sometimes it gets Daedalus because you are struggling for damage and you're in that situation where there's all or not. But I don't think they're there, so you can do both Daedalus or the Silver Edge.
Yep. Honestly, even if he doesn't do either and he just buys something else, it's fine as well. He wants right now. Paparazzi. As they're sieging the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane, trying to
Radiant's
expand their
bottom
map
tower
control.
is under attack.
And you know that into the game you mentioned where they don't have to worry too much about Aegises. Long as past that point, the more map control they lose 5G, the more future Aegises will also put XG.
Doom.
Radiant's
Jade
bottom tower
zooming
is
around.
under attack.
Fine. Oh no. I was gonna say that he jumps back in. Oh no, JT! That's peeking.
It's
Oh,
good
shit,
to
okay.
He's fine. He's just
So,
gonna get the
they
kill.
will just kill QIQX. Alright, good guy, JT.
3.5k HP together with the Dome. He TP's both. Just to
Radiant's
save off
bottom
Void Spirit though,
tower
just
has
make
fallen.
sure that he doesn't die.
He's so scary that as soon as he shows up,
Dire's
Ursa
middle
just
tower
TP.
is under attack.
It's like, oh
Because
no.
you have to, right? Like he has travels too, he TP's on the Void Spirit. I don't know if they're gonna go on you or fall back, so hope that BKB makes sure you don't get killed off.
Invisibility.
Really good game from Xtreme. They're looking towards getting themselves into the third and final major
Radiant's
of the year.
middle tower is under
They
attack.
missed Lima. They made a presence in Berlin. Didn't go that well. So they want to guarantee tier shit. But now they're going top and they're going to find
Radiant's middle
Ghost
tower is under
acting
attack.
as a port point. He easily able to mop up the Sursa.
You went up?
Right on you. Over gets put out, and I don't think it's going to be allowed to
Radiant's
blast off here. He
middle
got
tower
caught
is under
midair,
attack.
so he will be killed off on the ground. 2 heroes fall. That should be at least one tier 2 tower through the mid lane. And do they potentially try to breach the high ground here, or at least force a buyback from Ursa?
I
Radiant's
think they
middle
can.
tower
They'll
has
probably
fallen.
go for the other tier 2, let's see. But they don't have Green Wave on top, so maybe mid lane would have been a better idea. It's not easy. We're still pushing into Medusa that are alive. They probably won't do a lot, but I feel like it was possible for to damage it a little bit at least. Instead, they chill. They wait for the harpoon.
It's gonna be so big. Like, he's gonna finish the harpoon, the Pentagon sword right now on Slog. He's gonna put in the Basher once this Aegis elapses. My goodness. It's not like he's rich,
Radiant's
right?
top
25
tower is
armor,
under attack.
2.5k HP? Oh my god.
He's not, yeah, not at all. He has that shot as well to work with
Dire
as
are
his
scanning.
ultimate, so multiple
Radiant's
ways
top
of
tower is under attack.
surviving through these fights.
Radiant's top tower has
More or
fallen.
less everyone has something to deal with global at this point. Just Lich doesn't.
Holy shit. Listen. Click on Void Spirit. Okay, don't click on Void Spirit. Void Spirit has a data list and a double damage root just picked up. So this next fight, I see some outrageous numbers emerge from Paparazzi. They try to jump onto Ghost right now. They do zone him back a little bit. However, there's a Slug. Someone immune to poking. Unless you kill him off, he just waits, replenishes his HP, and they're gonna come back and try again.
At least they pushed him away before the Aegis, right? So 15 seconds. It should be reclaimed by the time they push high ground. Like, and fewer IG. I'm not happy with the state of the game, but at least the next fight will be a bit more fair. It won't be 5-on-6.
One thing that's also been lacking from the side of IG is that outside of PYW Techies, the team fight control really been lackluster. But they're gonna try and ameliorate that. Emo building into the Aghanim Scepter, so we'll have some blue hole shenanigans.
Do you think that helps them? Like the, I guess the Battle Fury and Nurse, you have some cleave, melee damage.
I think the regularity that UIW has been finding overkill blast orbs, it's very help. And Doom is gonna get found out right now, but just pumps BKB. His team is actually miles away from him, and they still lack confidence they can take this fight. And they are correct because the team has really high mobility. Here they are. Holy shit! Below UIW with Astral Step, and they do the same to the Ursa. What the hell just happened? Now, onto this Medusa, she gets caught in by the harpoon, newly picked up by Ghost. Paparazzi, the DD rule, goes on by QX, comes back for the Medusa, turns it into a 4-0, and Emo at the very least jumping in, looking for Kaka. Does get him. Gets another DT in off the trap. He has another one ready to go. Throws it in onto Emo, and Emo will be killed. Paparazzi with the triple.
No creeps.
More attributes for Stark, but there are no creeps, so they can't turn this into a lane of cracks.
Yeah, very unfortunately for them, no creeps. I love how 4 of them went to gank Doom. They saw him and they were like, God damn, like it's only 4 of us, run. We need someone else.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Steady, there's nobody
Dire's
else out.
structures are fortified.
They all end up dead. Lane of racks getting sieged into. There's no buyback on the Ursa either. The one bright spot is that their push is not the
Radiant's middle
fastest in the
tower
world
has
from
fallen.
Xtreme.
Radiant
Techies
structures are
mines are everywhere.
fortified.
Look around the throne.
Radiant's middle barracks are
Yeah,
under
like
attack.
we have at least one more fight in us. Right up, go death the throne. Don't the racks, it's just the throne, you know. Make sure they don't game.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
It's crazy, like they only get one single side off. That's only because their spirit pushed in. Like if just one lane was pushed in, 2 sides hands down, 100% for a buyback first. Who's getting the shard? Whitbird. Oh my god.
The scary thing about this wait for shot is the decreased cooldown. It's very scary. It's very scary. And IG's already been struggling with their positioning in the midst of these fights. He said some additional tools. Emo has his legs now, so I'm looking towards him and PYW to come up together. Perhaps Shanyu. I think Shanyu needs to stop building this Hex. The Hex was great, but you didn't damage. These heroes aren't threatened anymore, XG. It's only not that they're dying anymore. Everybody else is just chilling in the fight. So maybe you should try and scale as well.
They have Nullifier now on Ursa. It does change things a little bit. He can try to scale, but I have a feeling at this point he just doesn't look fast enough anyway. The UI, perfect positioning once again, and fire, this is amazing. Who died? All that said.
Yes, buyback, he's fine. He's happy to do it. However, TP coming in onto Paparazzi. I'm still gonna take this advantage directly onto the Medusa. DY does bypass. Clockwerk throws in the triple silence, but Medusa's life will not be saved by this. She is gonna get clicked down by a Ghost and killed off. You have to see that also in Aegis. Ghost is able to finish off 2, and Ghost now going onto the Ursa. Cannot fight Paparazzi. He gets killed. Goes out the supernova on the back. Medusa, she wants the stone gaze to try and but she really wishes she was in her off right now. And she got jumped on by Ghost, killed off by XG. And that might just be a second lane of racks and potentially the end of game number 1.
Yeah, they have 80 seconds. Without Medusa to go, they still have 1 Doom left remaining on JT. He can jump in, perhaps Doom the Techies or the Storm Spirit, doesn't really matter. Let's see if they'll push, because they're smoking up. They're kind of hunting the Storm instead. That's what it looks like. See, JT. Okay, I actually knew exactly where he was.
JT's game sense pretty high.
Radiant's bottom tower has
These
fallen.
guys
It was a very easy way to kill the mines. So just killed the goddamn Techies.
Radiant's bottom tower
And the Techies dead. No mines can be thrown out anymore. The racks will no longer be protected. It's 2 lanes. They could turn this into a third. 40 seconds, no juicer. 1 whole minute, no Techies. Unironically, Techies is one of their biggest defenders, so they need it right now.
feel like they can definitely take another side. They can even take this fight to Versailles back. They still have Boom, remember, so it's not that easy. They have cheese on Void Spirit. I don't think they're losing fight any longer, by the way. Maybe Lich or Phoenix might die, but even they are so difficult to kill off. So much armor. Phoenix has an AC, by the way. He's had it for a long time now. Lich as well. With the
Shivas.
Lich with Pavis, with Solar Crest, GG. They're just not winning this so far. It's not happening.
My boy G